All right, everyone. So today I'm going to be doing something quite different. I'm actually going to be doing summons outside of a double rates event. Now, I know you're probably very confused, especially to those of you guys who have been watching the channel for a while. You guys know how much I advocate for those double rate events. Well, this is a special opportunity, and we are going to be doing a very specific number of summons. I'm going to be doing 71 Ancient Shards worth of summons. Now, if you're wondering where I got that number from, I actually had a recent sponsorship opportunity from Gung Ho Online Entertainment. And if you guys saw that video on the channel, you guys know that I did a bit of a challenge where the amount of battles that I actually ended up losing and the amount of health that I lost would correspond to the amount of summons that I promised you guys in Raid Shadow Legends. So that video was up on the channel a couple of days ago. If you guys are interested in checking it out, it does help support the channel. So thank you very much to those of you guys that do. And of course, it's the holidays. You know, I wanted to have a little bit of a whale opportunity, as I said in the actual video, to maybe do a few extra little summons here and there just for fun. Go ahead and do something that I don't normally do. I know it's a bit unexpected, but I thought it would be fun nonetheless. So with that being said, the challenge said that I had to do the summons within 72 hours of the actual video being posted. It's been around that now, maybe a little bit less, but I don't want to wait until the last minute, so 71 health lost in those 3 battles. That means that we're going to do 71 Ancient Shards. So let's go ahead and jump right to it right here. And we'll have to see what we get. Now, again, there's no double rates events, which is very strange for me. It's been a very long time since I've done summons outside of a double rates event, but at the very least, there is still a champion chase tournament, so maybe I'll be able to get some extra points for that and get some extra goodies, but not expecting anything too crazy. So 71, let's start off with the single summon right here. So let's do this first. And then we have 7 rows of multi-summons. Alright, so we got Fury Stroker as our starting champion here right off the bat. Not the best start, but that's okay. We're just going to save our luck for the 7 multi-summons. So let's start off with number 1 now. This is so weird, pressing that button. Alright, let's see if maybe I'll get luckier outside of a double rates event. Although so far, oh, we got an epic already. Juliana, wow, that's a really good epic. It's unfortunate because I already have her, but that's still that's a good pull. If you didn't have Juliana, that would be a very, very good pull. Definitely one of the better epics and an absolutely fantastic champion for the clan boss. I'm going to have to see what I'm going to end up doing with a second copy of her because I think I already have her skill books maxed out as well. Some pretty decent rares as well, although I already have pretty much all of these rares. So that's the first multi right there. Not terrible. Alright, let's see. How about a legendary? I feel like my luck on legendaries is definitely below average, I would say, especially compared to some of the other raid YouTubers out there. Not going to call out any names or anything like that, but man, some certain raid YouTubers have had some pretty crazy summoning sessions, especially with Sacred Shards, and I mean like absolutely insane to the point where Polarium rigging... Nah, I'm just kidding. I mean, I know you can think that, but I mean, it's been pretty crazy for some certain grade YouTubers. All right, this was not a great pull, unfortunately, so that was the second multi right there. Let's move on to number 3. Still, so far, only 1 epic, which is a little bit unfortunate. With a 6% chance, oh, there we go, Lady Atessa. Now, I know you needed her for a fusion. I don't know if I actually have another copy of her. But at least we have 2 epics now. So 2 epics, 30 pulls, 6% chance each. That's actually about average. Would definitely like to see a legendary coming up, though. Come on. Apothecary. Unfortunately, I already have a billion of him. Spirit Host, another pull where there's some decent rares. Like if you were newer to the game, this would not be terrible, but I already got all these guys times a million most likely. So, all right, what are we at right now? I don't want to lose track. That would be pretty bad. So I had 183, 42, so I've done 41. So we have 3 more sets of multi-summons here. Oh, there we go. Lich. I know I already have him, though. He's another epic that you needed for fusions, so I think he's actually not terrible. Let me take a look at his skills. Attacks one enemy has a 30% chance of placing a 50% decreased accuracy debuff. That's all right. It's based on defense as well, which is nice. Places a 60% increased defense buff on this champion for 2 turns. Heals this champion by 20%. That would be really nice if it was area of effect, but considering it only places it on him specifically, not going to be the best. I'm not a huge fan of single target buffers because, you know, obviously there's so many AoE ones. Attacks one enemy, fully depletes the target's turn meter. That's pretty good. And then when you have it ascended, attacks one enemy, fully depletes the target's turn meter, places 30% decreased speed debuff for 2 turns. That seems like a pretty solid ability, though. So overall, he doesn't seem like he's the absolute worst. Probably not the absolute best either, but... Alright, so there's Lich right there. What else did I get this pull? Another Gaelic. Recognize a Gaelic. I feel like with Ultimate Gaelic being released, Plarium really wants people to get regular Gaelic too. I don't know. No tinfoil hat conspiracies, though. Bushi, he just got a buff too. Wow, that's a sign right there. And Captain Tamila, that was a good pull right there. I don't think I have this guy too, which is pretty crazy because I'm getting to the point where I'm getting closer to having all the epics, and I don't think I had this guy. That's actually pretty interesting timing after he got buffed. So let's see, attacks one enemy, damage increased. Damage inflicted increases each time the skill is used, stacks up to 4 times. That's an interesting skill. That's pretty unique. I don't think I've read that on too many other champions, so that's pretty cool. What's his second ability? Attacks an enemy. This attack is always critical. Not really too sure how to feel about that because for a lot of champions, you're probably going to be building critical rate anyway, so any kind of abilities that give you critical bonuses, it just feels like you lose a lot of efficiency on skills like this. Let's see, revives this champion with 30% HP. Revives this champion with 30% HP, places an unkillable buff on this champion for 1 turn. So it has a 5-turn cooldown, and you can get it down to a 3-turn cooldown. That actually seems pretty good. So you can get a revive on this guy down to a 3-turn cooldown. Very interesting. Now, I don't know how many people have really experimented with this guy since they ended up buffing him, but that's one of the revives that I've seen that has one of the shorter cooldowns. I know most of the other revives on champions have like a 5, 6, 7, 8-turn cooldown, pretty long, so that could definitely be pretty powerful. Increases ally speed in the arena by 20%. Not really too sure how good this guy is going to be in the arena. I guess that revive is really cool, but overall, pretty interesting. Definitely a sign that I ended up getting him after the buff. Captain Tamila, I'm pretty sure I already have a couple of copies of her. Heals this champion, places an increased defense buff on all allies for 2 turns. That's actually a pretty good skill right there. Ally protection. And what is this? Continuous heal on this champion. Seems decent. Not too bad. Alright, was that 7? I don't think so. I think I'm still 1 away. So 183, 122. If my math serves me correct, we still have exactly 1 more multi-pull. So let's see what we can get on the last pull here for the whale opportunity summons. As I mentioned in the actual video, that's what we were given here, is a whale opportunity because I'm doing summons outside of the double rates event. Very rare for me. Let's see if we can end it off with a legendary. That would be awesome. Alright, hopefully not just a full list of rares. Okay, I got an epic. Sakara, interesting. I think I have Sakara, but maybe I don't. Maybe it was the other one that I had, because we had the Sakara fusion, and then we had the fusion for the other girl. I forgot. It starts with an A. I forgot her name off the top of my head. Attacks when enemy fills the champion's turn meter by 25% if it's critical. That's actually pretty decent because you can build a lot of crit to have this proc pretty much all the time to get a lot of extra turn meter. Attacks all enemies 3 times. Each hit has a 40% chance of removing a buff. That's pretty decent if you can get that boosted with skill books. Attacks all enemies has a 60% chance of placing a 25% weaken debuff for 2 turns. That's pretty decent as well. Weaken is very strong. Revives his champion by 75% when he killed... Oh, it was Alika. There we go. So that was the other champion. So we had the fusion for both of these. Decent skills, but the fact that she is attack-based, you know, the AoE or the attack one, the skill one, not really too sure. I think I actually remember when this fusion came out, a lot of people had different mixed opinions on Sakara and Alika. for the fusions and also for the champions in general. But definitely seems like a pretty solid skill kit. Just the fact that she's attack based, not really too sure how to feel about that. So overall, unfortunately, I did not get a legendary. Unfortunate, because I really feel like my luck with legendaries is pretty bad. Something like the last, 200 and then now 270. I've gotten one legendary, but 200 of those summons were during double rates. So, you know, I'm going to end up doing a summon video sometime in the future, and I'm just going to get flooded with legendaries because that's totally how luck and RNG works, right? So yeah, I know, guys, this was a little bit strange, but thanks again to Gung Ho Online Entertainment for that whale opportunity. And those of you guys who do want to help out, feel free to check out the video. It was really fun to make. Even though I didn't really know a whole lot about the game, it was definitely a fun thing to do outside of raid videos. So with that being said as well, I know earlier today I ended up releasing a video and very shortly taking it down. I apologize, guys. I actually made a bit of an error confusing up Giant Slayer and War Master, so I'm going to really quickly fix that, probably get that out back on the channel, corrected sometime in the next day or two. So those of you guys who are wondering why that video disappeared really quickly, that's why. Again, I do apologize, but I don't want to leave a video up on the channel that has such an obvious error in it. And also, last thing that I want to end off on is it's getting really close to Christmas. It's getting really close to New Year's. Happy holidays, everyone. I hope you guys just have a great end of the year and a happy 2020. I know, of course, we will be speaking in more videos in the future, but I thought that this would just be a good opportunity to say so. So with that all being said, have a great day, everyone. Take care. And of course, more videos should be popping up on the screen right about now. Feel free to check them out. Let me go ahead and get my gems while I can. And with that all being said, this is Salt of the Salty Guild, signing out.